Hi, Ann. Happy Tuesday. Thank you for my card. What time is it here? I'm going to get going. I like to get going. All right. Hello. Happy Tuesday, Stampers. This is Barb Reed, the Wexford Stamper, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here this Tuesday evening to show you my final live stream for the year. And it is going to be one more holiday project. Hello, Joanne. Hi, Mary B. Hello, come on in. I'm going to share some of the cards that I've gotten in the mail within the last few days. And my stampers never disappoint. Just going to share a few with you here. This is a lovely fun fold from Lisa and Jim. And we have this pretty angel. This one is from Deb. That's Deb Gray. Thank you, Deb. And here we have a card from Renee. Thank you, Renee. I love getting cards from my team and my customers. Boy, does this design look familiar. We love this paper. And this is from Deb Wallace. Thank you, Deb. And I know this is from Mary Herschel. She is on my team. She is awesome. Hi, Joanne. Yes, happy holidays to you as well. I love this paper. Very shiny and the neutral. And this is from my friend Lindsay. She's a stamper. And then here is Love the Poinsettia. This one's from Regina. Thank you, Regina. And look at this sparkle on this guy. This is gorgeous. Love it. You took a lot of time on this one, Miss Ann. Thank you so much. It's very appreciated. This is from my girl, Ann. Thank you. Here is one from... I can't read it. Oh, no. Don and Jerry. Don and Jerry. Sorry, Jerry. There we go. Now, I wanted to show you this card. This is not a Stampin' Up! Card, but I received this from my daughter's mother-in-law. All right, and I don't know if she knows I'm a stamper or what. This came all the way from Scotland, if you can believe it. But watch this. You ready? It has a little bird. Can you believe that? She is like outdoing me in the card department here. Isn't that the coolest card? And this is from Mary and Ken, that are Emily's in-laws. So I thought that was really, really pretty. So thank you to them all the way from the UK. Love it. All right, let's have a few other things I want to chat about before we get started here. I did a send out of catalogs. Not sure if they've arrived at everybody's house yet. I only sent them a couple days ago. I sent them to customers. I did not send them to my team. If you are a team member and have not gotten yours yet, let me know. But my customers should be getting them by the end of the week. So watch for them. If you don't get them, let me know. Because this will be starting in January, and there is some very yummy, yummy, yummy products. I can't wait. And of course, we're going to start up with new celebration items as well. It's just never ending, all the yumminess. All right, last thing, I'd like to talk a little bit about two events I have coming up. The first one is shortly after, I'll put this picture up here, is shortly after the new year. Hey, Cheryl, and this is on Friday, January 7th at 7 o'clock. This is an online event. We're going to be streaming this event. It is a free event. And what will happen here, I will be showing off some projects from the brand new catalog, and we will be playing 4 rounds of bingo in between each of those. I tried to include one of these flyers in with most of my catalogs, but if you haven't received, you might want to check your notifications on Facebook. You probably got something there. I'm putting together some great prizes. Lots of great Stampin' Up! Product will be included. And I will be calling you very shortly to get your numbers. This is a little different than the typical bingo. You're going to have to choose 5 numbers, random numbers 1 to 24, and I will make record of those, and then we will pick numbers out of a hat and see who can win bingo with that. So some of you have played in past years, but please sign up for this. It'll give you a great chance to see some of the new product, and I've been working really hard on some projects. All right, and lastly, if you haven't already, please sign up for the Penguin Sampler, Penguin Playmates Sampler. This is a 9 by 9 inch sampler. You'll get all the materials you need to make the sampler except for the frame. And I can give you a link to get the frame. They have them at Michael's. So you will get everything you need to make this, and then you will get everything you need to make a box with 3 penguin thank you notes. So you'll get all those materials to make those things and a few extras thrown in there as well. And the cost of the kit is, all right, I think it's $25. I don't see it on my paper. All right. So if you are interested, let me know. I already have a good number of people signed up. So let me know if you're interested and if you have any questions about it. If you can't make it on Friday, January 28th, this is an in-person class. If you can't make it, I can put together a to-go kit for you. And you can make it at your leisure at home, and I will send you a link to a video tutorial. So those are the 2 events coming up in January. I hope you can make it. And I can't believe we are into the last week here before Christmas. It just has flown by. And I wanted to finish up with a really fun project. This is called a Shadow Box Hershey Bar Treat Holder. So it's a box, a shadow box style, just like that. And you just lay your candy bar right in there, holds it in pretty well. This would hold a regular Hershey bar as well. It will not hold the almond. The almond is a little smaller, so you have to be careful which one you get. But I got the sugar cookie ones because I love them. And so I'm going to show you how to make this one. Alrighty. Now, what I used for this was the Painted Christmas, but I'm going to show you tonight using some different paper just to let you know that you don't have to use the paper that I use or the stamps that I use. You can use what you have in your stash and make a terrific project. All right. Now, last thing, and I will stop talking. Always remember that there is a printable PDF on my blog that will give you all the directions for my project this evening. So don't worry about trying to write down any of the dimensions. You can just go to my blog. Shortly after the live stream, I will have everything up. And here is my blog. It is www.thewexfordstamper.blogspot.com. You can go right there. You can see this video over again. You can get the PDF. And you can also go to my online store if you want to buy some goodies. Thank you, Joanne. I really love making them too. I've got lots of friends that are just like me that like a hard copy of the directions. I'm all over that. So, all right, we are going to use some different paper this evening, but we're going to make the exact same thing. I'm going to be using the Whimsy and Wonder paper. This is so beautiful, and it's got lots of sparkle. And I thought this would be a great sheet to use. This is one that I haven't. Many of the other pieces from this collection have the pinks and everything. And this is one that was just left in my stash. And it's beautiful. These cute little trees. And we're going to use this one for the wrap that goes around the box. And I'm going to be using mint macaron to make the shadow box. Now, the shadow box is not hard to make, even though it looks really complicated. I'm going to give you some nice, straightforward directions, and you should not have any trouble with this. All right, let's go ahead and get started. My piece of cardstock here is cut at 7 1/4 by 11. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to bring up my scoring board. And we're going to score along with the long side up there first. Let me get my scoring. And we're going to score the same measurements on all 4 sides. All right? We're going to go 1/2, 1, 1 1/2, 2. All right? So you can kind of tell how we're going to be building up these sides to make the shadow box. These are going to kind of curl over and make a little bit of a box along the edge. And it'll make more sense as we go. Okay, I'm going to turn it to the next side. Doesn't really matter which side goes first, but you're always going to go 1/2, 1, 1 1/2, 2. Let's go ahead and turn again. 1/2, 1. I hope everybody's ready for Christmas. I'm getting close. We're having a quiet Christmas at home. My daughter that is in Scotland will not be able to make it home because of all that's going on over there with COVID. So we're going to plan a trip over there, hopefully in the spring when things are a little better. But who knows? You know, it's very unpredictable. But we're going to stay home and enjoy each other, and my brother's going to come in. All right, so we've got all the sides scored with the 4 score lines. All right, so we're going to turn it back up to the top, and we're going to do a partial score. And for this, we're going to score at 2 1/2, but we're only going to go down to the 2nd score line. So I'm going to go at 2 1/2, score down to the 2nd score line, and 4 3/4, score down to the 2nd score line. I'll bring it up closer to the camera so you can see what I did there. Can you see that? Score down to the 2nd score line. Okay, this is on the short side. All right, now I'm going to turn it around to the other short side, do the exact same thing again. We're going to score at 2 1/2, just down to the 2nd, 4 3/4, just down to the 2nd. All right, that's all the scoring. Gonna put that away. Now for this project, you wanna do your cutting before you crease and build your, start building up your sides. Usually after we score, we do all our folding and creasing, but for this one, we wanna do that after. So let me show you what's next. Okay, we're gonna start at either one of the short ends. It really doesn't matter. Okay, now I'm going to start with my scissors on that partial score line. Okay, I'm going to cut all the way up to the 2nd horizontal score line. Now, let me take a pencil. Do I have something here I can use I'm going to score from there over to the corner. So I'm going to score at a diagonal there. Let's see if you can see that I use that gel pen. So I'm going to go up, and then I'm going to turn my scissors, and I'm going to cut directly to the opposite corner there. So I'm going to make a diagonal line there. Okay. And then I'm going to go up one more block. All right, so I've made it all the way up to the 4th horizontal score line. Then I'm going to just cut off this entire corner piece here. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Let me show you the template. Okay, this is what it's going to look like when it's all finished. Okay, we're just going to be focusing on the ends. Okay, and making that silly kind of an end on there. I don't even know how to explain that, but let me show you again. Going to start on that partial score line, cut up to the second horizontal. We're going to do the diagonal cut to the corner. Then we're going to go up one more to the fourth horizontal score line. Then we are going to cut off the corner. Okay? Now, rinse and repeat. All right, so we're going to do up to diagonal, up one, cut it off. Okay, up two, diagonal. Remember, your diagonal is always going to go to the outside. Up one, and cut that corner off. So that's what your box is going to look like after you've finished all your cutting. Let me turn it this way so we can see the whole thing. All right, so now is the time to go ahead and get your bone folder and start folding up on all these score lines. Let me start on this edge. And you'll want to make sure that you use a bone folder with this, because there's so many folds in this box. You want to just make sure you have very, very crisp, clean folds, because that's important when you're working with the cardstock making a shadow box, because there's loads and loads of folds that must be made. So we have 4 along here. And let's go to the ends now. Same thing. We're going to fold each of them up. You're going to be excited how quickly this comes together. All right, so those are the 4 there, and let's turn it around one more time. And we've got 4 here. So you've got to do 16 score lines. 16 creases on the score lines to get everything well folded and creased. You can almost see kind of how it's coming together like that. Okay, well, the first thing we're going to do is adhere the top and bottom, the longer sides, let's say. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of sticky strip and I'm going to fold my side all the way in and put the sticky strip right along there. Okay, take that out. Same thing here. Fold it all the way in. This is going to be the inside of the box. Fold it in. Take your sticky strip. Sticky strip works better with this box. I use glue a lot, but this is just too many things that need to be stuck. So it's just easier to use that. Okay, so now what you're going to do is we're going to adhere this side, this strip of the box is going to go up against the edge on the inside here. And let me show you the trickiest way to do it. Let me get my pick tool here. I'm going to take off. Okay. Take off my paper here. Now, watch this. I'm going to fold back and fold up only 2 instead of 4. Then I'm just going to fold it over into the box. And then it pops up and you have your edge there. It's easier that way than trying to hold it and get it in the right spot. So what I did, let's do it here again. I'm going to get my backing off my sticky strip, and then I'm going to fold it up 2, okay, so that 2 panels are showing, including the sticky one, and then I'm just going to fold them over into the inside of the box. Rub it, and there you have it. Okay, so if you look there, we have our two sides already put together. Okay, makes it easier just because I do that when I put boxes together. I fold them instead of trying to hold them up and manipulate them. It just makes it easier, and you don't have to worry about getting it in the wrong spot, because if it's in the wrong spot and you're using the sticky strip, you could be in some trouble. All right, now let's show you. I'll just show you quickly how this is going to come together. Now, this is going to just roll up here, and then the edge is going to go inside like that. Okay? You can see where those diagonals are, where we cut those. Okay? So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put a piece of sticky strip right along that short edge there. Just like we did with the long edges. Now, we can't do that fancy folding there where we can do it without having to worry about adjusting it. This one's a little trickier, but not too bad. All right, so I'm going to take that off. Now, before I close it, just for a little extra reinforcement, I'm going to take my Tombow, and I'm just going to put a little bit right here on the inside corner of the box. Everybody see where I put that? And then when this comes up and folds over, that glue will be there to hold that down at that point. All right, so here we go. I'm going to turn it. You guys ready? I'm going to fold it up, and then I've got to curl this under so that the front edge touches the back side of the box. And then you have to manipulate it a little bit. And then I'm going to hold it a little bit just to let that Tombow take over a little bit. Right there on the edge. And there you have it. See how that works? Let's do the same thing on the other side. These are fun to make. They take a little practice. Don't let it be intimidated by it. Just take some cardstock and just give it a few tries. And you'll be able to put them together pretty easily. I put my two little dots of Tombow again. And I'm going to close it up here. I'm going to push it up against the side, and then I'm going to curl it into the box. Okay, and then I'm going to make sure I'm pushing here and holding down the edges here so that that Tombow can take. Okay, there we go. So how about that? Not too bad. Let me grab another. Here's another one of the sugar cookie bars. If you are in a hurry and need a quick one, this is a great one to choose. I've seen these at all the grocery stores. I've even seen them at like a convenience store. So if you are in a rush to get something quick, this would be a great choice. You could also lay a little gift card in there as well. So, all right, so there is the box, all finished. Not too hard. All right, now you're going to take your paper. This is the paper that I chose. Remember, the Whimsy and Wonder. And I don't make score lines because when you make a shadow box like this, it's not the exact same size every time. So that's why I don't go by score lines on my slider or my cover or my belly band, whatever you want to call it. The best way for me to do it is I turn my paper over like that, and I lay my box. Let me take my like this. Let me give you the dimensions of the, let's call it a belly band. All right, the dimensions for the belly band are 7 by 8.5. Okay, now I'm going to also take another piece of the tear and tape and put that along one of the edges of the belly band. Okay, now I'm just going to take it now like this, and I'm just going to fold it up and around and just kind of lightly creasing along the edges there. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing here. Crease and crease. All right, then I'm going to take my box away and I'm going to use my bone folder and make these folds a little easier to see, a little easier for the belly band to form around the box. So instead of trying to come up with what those measurements would be, it's just easier and probably more accurate if you just do that little wrap around and then take it away. And you always want to make sure as you're creasing these that you're lining up top and bottom so it stays straight. And then get that bone folder in there. All right, so now we've got our creases, our score lines. They're nice and accurate. Let's bring our box back in with our bar. And now let's go ahead and take the backing off. And then all you're going to have to do now is just wrap it around. So I'm going to put it over the front, then wrap it using our score lines that we have from before. Wrap all the way around, and you want it to be not real snug, but a little snug. And then just take your finger and put it down over the back side of the tear and tape. And then you have your belly band all done. Isn't that so cute? Yep, I think that would be a great idea to put a gift card in there. Very, very good idea. Plenty of room in there to do that. All right, so now let's go ahead and make our little embellishment for this. Now I'm doing it a little different since I'm using a different set, and I wanted to kind of stay with the Christmas tree theme. So I'm going to take a piece of the gold foil paper, and I have let's see the size of this one. This is one of the stitched circles. This is 2 3/8 inch circle, and then the coordinating scallop. I'm going to go ahead and get my glue, and we will glue these two together. So that's what I just want to stress, that if you don't have the painted Christmas, fear not, you can make this project with any kind of Christmas paper you might have in your stash. All right, so there we have that. That's ready to go. Now I'm going to bring in a set that I've had for 2 years now that have some of these little trees. So I thought I would go ahead and use this one since it has trees. And I'm going to stamp them on a piece of basic white, sorry. And I'm going to stick with our color theme, which is so easy with Stampin' Up. I'm going to stick with the mint macaron. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp 2 of these little trees onto the white paper, basic white, just like that. And what I love about this set, this is called Perfectly Plaid. It has a fabulous tree punch that goes with it. And I love having this. And it makes it very easy to cut out the trees. Remember, when you hold your punch, you're going to want to make sure the opening is facing you. And then you can kind of move the paper around and get it right where you need it to be. So there's one tree. And then I'm going to go ahead and do my second tree here. But I love the little design of these trees. They're so cute. And this set also has a little plaid tree too, which is one of my favorites. All right, so let's go ahead and bring in the bar. And I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back here of my circle. There we go. Let's go with 3. And I'm going to go ahead and put them over here on the right hand, my left hand side of my bar. I'll show you the other design. Now this one was with the painted Christmas. So I just have the circle here on the left, and then I'm going to have a sentiment on the right, just like I have with this one. Yes, I know, so cute. All right, now let's go ahead, and I'm going to go just kind of put those in here like that on the tree. So let's see, why don't we put some dimensionals behind them too, right? You can never have enough dimensionals. So I'm going to put 2 on the back of each of these, and then I'm going to kind of stagger them in the little circle there. Just like that. All right, so there they are. Isn't that cute? Now I'm going to grab this is, I believe, 5/8 inch. Oh, maybe it's 1/2 inch. What did I do here? Yes, this is a 1/2 inch basic white strip, but it might, you might need to adjust it depending on what sentiment you're going to use. But I'm going to use one of the sentiments from the Perfectly Plaid, this cute one here. May this special season be wrapped in love and joy. So I'm going to grab my mint macaron again, one more time, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp that onto my strip here. Hopefully I get it on there. Let's see how I did. That's pretty good. All right, now I'm going to put it on here, and this end of the sentiment is going to be straight, and then the inside end is going to have a little bit of a banner tail on it, or a flag, some call it. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to snip this end straight. And then I'm going to go ahead on my second side here and make my little banner tail. Just like that. All right. And last of all, let's go ahead and grab dimensionals one more time for 2021. And I'm going to go ahead and place those on underside of my sentiment. And then I'm going to just line it up here against the edge and try to keep it as straight as I can. And there you have it. Isn't that so cute? I just love making these. They're so much fun. So there you have it. There is the Shadow Box Hershey Bar treat holder. I hope you enjoyed that. And you can give it a try. And if you do, please post on my VIP page if you gave it a try. This would be a great idea for any season, really. I mean, any season I'd be happy to get a Hershey bar for sure. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you give that Shadow Box design a try. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'd be happy to answer any for you. Please remember about the bingo coming up. Check your notifications. If you did not get a notification, just message me and I'll get you in the group, because it's going to be a fun day of bingo and celebration and seeing new products. And remember, it is free and we are going to have some great prizes. So everyone, thank you so much for your support all year long, and have a great, great holiday. And I can't wait to see you in the new year. I'm excited about what the new year has to bring. And have a safe and happy holiday. Bye now.